D is he's about 3 years younger than Shalini, and we've well, the point that we sort of enter the story. Shalini's just come home from London. She's got this sort of very high flying career as a lawyer in London. Dee's an art student. He's doing a master's. He's staying at home, living with his dad. Mum died a while back, so he's been brought up by his sister. So she's kind of had to play that dual role in the family. Pure and simple, what attracted me to the script was that how well written it was, how well observed it was. He's a really good writer, and I hadn't seen his work before, but you start to learn when you look at different scripts and you've worked on certain things. There's stuff that, nice way of putting it, you've got to work hard to make the script look good, and then there's stuff that is almost effortless because it's how people talk to each other. I thought he really understood family dynamics in this. You know, it's not far-fetched at all to think that these brothers can be so close and yet fall so far out with each other. What's it like working with Amit? It's fantastic. It's we have to work quite fast on Jadoo because it's a short shoot and a lot needs to be done in that time. Because we're shooting on 35mm as opposed to digital, there's, you can't really shoot stuff loads of times. But what Amit's great at is balancing the need to get stuff done on time, which he doesn't have to do. He could completely be like, no, I want 1,000 takes of this, and but in doing that, kind of derail everything massively. He balances that with being really precise about what he wants and not compromising on what he wants. So how do I prepare for a scene? No, the obvious one is make sure the lines are down the night before, because again, there's not time to fluff lines and have extra time and all that. Basic questions. What just happened because we shoot out of sequence. So what's just happened in the story, in the film, in the scene before? Where have we come from? And just keeping on top of what's really nice about this script is, with Amit's writing, is the relationship between the characters, and whether those relationships are at the forefront of the story or not. Each one is rich and could have its own film. It just so happens that sort of Shalini and her dad and her uncle, that they're the central relationship, but my part in that is to make sure that when I'm doing scenes with the actors playing my family members, we're on the same level. So it's important to hear their thoughts. So you have those conversations with actors when you prepare stuff, and then just little things like, a lot of it is done for you by the clothes you wear and the locations you're filming in. It's important to bring your imagination to a part, of course, but when you get that to help you, it makes it even easier. It's awful. No, I love working with Amara. She's great, and she's got, I've taken it for granted while I've been working with her, how much she's got to do on this film. She's just so upbeat all the time. Working with Harish has been, it's been great. I just have so much love for that man. He's very, very funny. Hopefully, there won't be too many shots that have been marred by me cracking up at Harish Patel's delivery. But he's very funny, and he's very, very warm as well. And we're lucky to have him. I was really excited when I read the Holi scene, which isn't particularly dialogue heavy, but just it's not a scene the likes of which I think I'd ever seen before. So I kind of thought, wow, he's going to put Holi on screen. That's gonna take some doing, and we've done it now, and it looks awesome, and it was so much fun to do. So that was really exciting. But to be fair, there were so many scenes that just kind of made me crack up. You know, when it came down to it, we got to chuck paint at each other, and I've never really celebrated Holi, um, which is a shame actually, because having done it now, I'm just thinking this should happen every year, and I don't know how full on the celebrations in Leicester normally are, but I kind of thought when this film comes out, people are going to have to put this festival back on the calendar in a big way. Yeah. Amit's idea, well, it's in the script, was that Dee takes Holly very seriously. So without giving too much away, he turns up for what is. I mean, it's a festival where people run around and throw powder paint at each other, but he kind of comes dressed for war, um, and yeah, it was I like that um, he just takes it to the next level. That was fun. That was very fun. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a explosion in a paint factory. It was great, but I was cleaning paint out of my ears for the next 8 hours, and when I finally took a shower that evening. I opened my eyes and looked down, and it was like I'd killed an alien in the shower, because I don't know what that color was, but it was all just coming off. There was a lot of paint. The atmosphere has been really upbeat, and what's been really good is occasionally there have been challenges that this team's been really good at adapting to. It's funny. It's touching. It's very. I think anyone can relate to it. Anyone that's got family. Anyone that understands that relationships with family aren't always the smoothest. It's gonna look. It's gonna look brilliant. The acting's great. Yeah, go see it.